What is going on, everybody? It's your boy GlitcherBro23 here. Hey, real quick before this video starts, I just want to let y'all guys know that this video was originally recorded and streamed live on my Twitch channel. I'll have it pop up here on screen, or you can find the link down below in the description. I would highly suggest you go follow me on Twitch to catch one of my live streams, man. It's a lot of fun. Reacting to a lot of the music I've been meaning to cover for you guys these past couple of years live and giving you my first thoughts and initial opinions over there. So this video, like I said, recorded and streamed live on my Twitch channel. I'll have it pop up here on screen, or you can find the link down below in the description. But other than that, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you do, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment what you want to see next, share your thoughts and opinions about the track and my reaction to it by the end of the video. And yeah, let's go ahead and get on into it.
In a flame with my brain, in a fire with my mind, 50 bands in a day, wanting more but I'm straight.
So let's go ahead and lock in, though. We're moving on to Lowkey, Fire in the Booth. And if I'm not mistaken, one of the last reactions I made back in like 2022 was, I think, to Fire in the Booth Part 1, which by the time this video comes out, y'all would already, that video would already be released. Y'all have already seen it. But I think that one was recorded back in like, I want to say like spring of 2022. So let's go ahead and check out Part 2. Oh, I didn't even. Love it. I didn't read the first part. I read the second one. It says, if you're easily offended, get the hell off of YouTube or something. Go ahead and close my window.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
You know what time it is when you hear this, right?
Let's get ready to rumble.
Right? Let me actually check real quick. I'm pretty sure I reacted to Part 1. I am almost positive I've reacted to Part 1. Yeah, I have. By the time y'all guys see this video, Part 1 would have already been released. So, and there's more low-key reactions on the way, but I just didn't want to start back recording, live streaming with a complete grind of reactions of Lowkey. But there will be more Lowkey reactions on the way.
Yeah, Fire in the Booth. Much anticipated.
I remember Lowkey killing that Fire in the Booth Part 1 though.
Listen, if they don't let us dream, then we won't let them sleep. If they don't let us dream, then we won't let them sleep.
Tiger.
Listen.
Uppercut.
It's the zeitgeist.
Oh, I didn't even. If they won't let us dream, we won't let them sleep? Ooh, alrighty. Just the intro was a bar itself.
Sleep.
Tiger.
Listen.
Uppercut.
It's the zeitgeist.
I do remember one of the stupidest but most reoccurring things about this Fire in the Booth, I guess freestyle in general, is just whoever is controlling the ad-libs are just so random. Like, I'm pretty sure the ad-lib just said Tiger.
Uppercut.
It's the zeitgeist, Zapatista, Zoro at his zenith, Zed is zinc in the zebra, zigzagging zealot, zilch to zombies and Zionists, he's zen in his zodiac, fire in the booth, it's a rostry in the zone, he's like yapping like Yokozuna in Yemen, YouTube and yoga, Yokozuna in Yoville, yodeling in Yoruba, yelling you're the yards.
The alliteration is crazy right there. I'm pretty sure he just somehow alliterated like yogurt and YouTube in the same rhyme scheme. That was... I may be crazy, but I'm pretty sure that's what he just did.
Fire in the booth, it's a rostry in the zone, he's like yapping like Yokozuna in Yemen, YouTube and yoga, Yokozuna in Yoville, yodeling in Yoruba, yelling you're the yardstick.
Oh my god.
Like your bow with a yearning, I'm yawning, this is like a Yeti versus Yoda, I'm an X-ray, you're Xerox, I'm Xavier to the X-Men,
Oh my god, hold up. I heard something about... He compared someone to Yoda.
In yoga, Yokozuna in Yoville, yodeling in your rover, yelling you're the yardsticker yesteryear, like your bow with a yearning. I'm yawning. This is like a Yeti versus Yoda. I'm an X.
This is like a Yeti versus Yoda.
X-Men, Eximus, like your Xanax to an extent. A wonderful world is waiting while weapons wage war. We're reaping who's winning.
This beat is crazy too, by the way.
They rip us till we're wheezing. Words of wisdom won't weaken. Witness these whatless witless wallies waffling with their weekend. Their wording is Wikipedia, virtually void of vitals versus visceral vintage, but vivid videos. Going viral, I'm your uncle.
The alliteration is insane. I'm pretty sure he did a very similar thing with the alliteration in the last Fire of the Booth. But bro is literally rapping some of the hardest like letters in the alphabet to even think of words for, like Y and V. Like, come on, that's talent. Come on, that's crazy. You can't deny that.
They rip us till we're wheezing. Words of wisdom won't weaken. Witness these whatless witless wallies.
Is he doing the alphabet backwards? Because he's doing W right here, and I know he goes into V. So is he illiterately rapping the alphabet backwards? That would be insane.
Waffling with their weekend, their wording is Wikipedia, virtually void of vitals versus visceral vintage, but vivid videos going viral. I'm your uncle that understands. Now it's us with the upper hand. We were underlings, underrated, unhuman to Uncle Sam.
That's exactly what he's doing. Because now he went from W to V to U, which T U V W. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. I don't remember if he did X, but if he did X, it was very short. Or I just completely missed it. But that's very, very impressive and talented.
Thinking tactics to take the throne, though the truth tends to be told to death. The thesaurus takes its toll. Slithering snakes stipulate systems to sell your soul. Secretly seek social stratification.
Probably did miss X because it sounds like he's doing. It sounds like he's going from maybe a handful of bars to like a longer extended verse every other letter. You know what I mean?
Rendered refugees can't retract or repair ramifications. Quest across the quarrels on quintessentially qualified quitters quake. Quality of my quotes can't be quite quantified. People pass prematurely, pay the price for passivity. Pretext of pillage, plunder, prepared to prolong proximity. People's pathology pulverized by this possibility. People power is potent. It's the peak of positivity. Oligarchs ostracize others, offer obituaries. Overall, I overstand the odyssey. Optimistically, norms of a nascent nation should never negate nature. Nasty as nefarious neocon naysayers for neighbors. This masterful maverick mic man will make you meet your maker. Meanwhile, merciless mercenaries maneuver to meet the majors. Lyrically lack luster, literally lack love, lust, living lavish in luxury. Listeners lap up a kaleidoscope of kindness, knowledge, knuckles and kerosene to kill the kleptocracy. Cool the kettle that they kept us in. Jabbing javelins at jingoism.
It's not even like there probably is a lot I'm missing and not breaking down, but it's just like dude is just flexing. Like who else can you really think of that can? It's hard to already to rap alliteration like that as is. There's very few people who I can think of that could do it. I know Tech Nine is definitely one of them. He does it quite a few times on his songs. Which stay tuned, by the way, because we've got some Tech Nine tracks coming. I know Tech Nine's one of those rappers that could rap alliteration, but to rap the alphabet, not only the alphabet, but the alphabet backwards, crazy.
Jealousy justified when cheering at jobless is journalism.
I'm gonna keep saying that. I'm sorry if I sound repetitive, but it's true.
Ignorance instantly. Hackers and handcuffs, harvesters of hatred, hand gliding, harbingers of harassment, harbor harmful handwriting, gangsters of globalization, glorify glitz and the glam. Give us guidance to the graveyard. They got the gift of the gap. It's flawless. How they fabricate the folklore of defeat and funnel funds for freelance fighters and fawn over fights for freedom. Economics,
this is just the first 3 minutes.
Exhausting environments easy, but the dividends are deadly. Don't dare dream of doing different. Dread our destruction's definitely coming as the catalyst. Clamor for the capital can't counteract the cycle. The catastrophe could cancel all. Bring borders to bear. Bombarded with the broken, basically bribery beckons business. We are beholden, though accurate answers to all of the above aren't available. I attack the alphabet again and aced it just to aim at you. They say anything is attainable. Attack the alphabet again and they...
Perfect.
Man like Lowkey in the building! Hey, you're a savage, bro!
Much love, bro.
Hey, first time he come in, he killed the alphabet, assassinated it, and just to take the Mickey.
Also, he is the one. He is the one controlling the ad libs and all the crazy noises. Okay, so now it makes sense. This guy's very energetic. I like this dude's energy, and I can see, like his, I guess, radio station or show, whatever you want to call it, Fire in the Booth series. I can see why a lot of people would want to go on there, to not only show off their lyrical skills, but this guy just seems very chill, and he very much seems like someone like a good like hype man and a good host at that. So shout out to this guy. Rams fan, that's very interesting.
Hey, first time he come in, he killed the alphabet, assassinated it, and just to take the Mickey, you come in and kill it backwards.
Yeah.
Wow.
Much love, bro.
Man like Lowkey in the building.
Thanks for having me, man.
Pleasure, my G.
Can we chill out on the police alarms and glass breaking though? It's a little much. I can't even lie.
Yeah, man.
You ain't done yet, though, are you?
I ain't done at all. Let's do it.
Let's get it, bro.
Let's do it.
Oh, this beat sounds so familiar.
Yeah.
This sounds like something Jay-Z would rap over. I'm kind of excited to see what he'll do on this.
If they don't let us dream, then we won't let them sleep. If they don't let us dream, then we won't let them sleep.
Okay, starting off the same way.
Can I do a fire in the booth when I'm trying just to maintain? And since you don't hear the word fire in the same way, heard screams, splutters, and them gasping for air. That's not bars in a booth. It's so hard to compare. If I use fire as a metaphor, does that disrespect the people that are never more? How does that bomb sound to those that bled in war that we never saw?
Whoa. Let me go back. Hold on.
If they don't let us dream, then we won't let them sleep. Turn up! How can I do a fire in the booth when I'm trying just to maintain? And since you don't hear the word fire in the same way, heard screams, splutters, and them gasping for air. That's not bars in a booth. It's so hard to compare. If I use fire as a metaphor, does that disrespect the people that are never more? How does that bomb sound to the...
I use... Hold on. If I use fire in a different form, is that disrespect to the people I never mourned? Because he's using fire in two different ways. He's using fire like how, like, as music listeners will say, "Oh man, that's fire! Like that's heat, that's gas, it's dope, it's a good track." But then he's referring to fire like firing like arms, like firing weapons. So hold on. Things really shifted.
When I'm trying just to maintain, and since you don't hear the word fire in the same way, heard screams, splutters, and them gasping for air. That's not bars in a booth. It's so hard to compare. If I use fire as a metaphor, does that disrespect the people that are never more? How does that bomb sound to those that bled in war that we never saw? Remember when they settled scores with...
How does that bomb sound to... Oh my god, this is... Shout out to Lowkey for this, man. This is crazy.
In a booth, it's so hard to compare. If I use fire as a metaphor, does that disrespect the people that are never more? How does that bomb sound to those that bled in war that we never saw? Remember when they settled scores with metal swords at Skeletor? Chinese made gunpowder, Nobel invented dynamite. They say the guilt in his mind compelled him to design the prize. We know what Einstein's mind was like. How many geniuses we
Wait a minute. No, he did not.
never saw. Remember when they settled scores with metal swords at Skeletor? Chinese made gunpowder, Nobel invented dynamite. They say the guilt in his mind compelled him to design the prize.
Y'all see what he did there with the Nobel Prize? Like, Nobel, like, Peace Prize? Like, bar? That was crazy.
We know what Einstein's mind was like, how many geniuses we never knew that were deprived of life. I can't philosophize on horrifying flames. We don't have to apologize or qualify our pain. Degreenfilize our loved ones of the colonizer's name. Should we let the corporate media lobotomize our brains? You are beautiful. No matter how this life disfigures you, you're beautiful. Even if that image you emulate isn't you. I don't know if history is linear or cyclical, but no, I'm ridiculed for making invisibles visible. That's why Plato said banish poets from the Republic, cause they know that we can shake the social system and disrupt it. The land of liberty, they tell us leave.
He said that's why. He said some type of government and poets from the Republic, because they know we, with our words, we have the power to shake it up and disrupt it, pretty much.
You, I don't know if history is linear or cyclical, but no, I'm ridiculed for making invisibles visible. That's why Plato said banish poets from the Republic, because they know that we can shake the social system and disrupt it. The land of liberty, they tell us leave it or lump it. When Trump comes to the country, we hope he chokes on his crumpet before we sink in the ocean. Consider this as an omen, nature's blessing.
Chill out, YouTube. Lowkey from the UK. Chill out, Twitch. Lowkey from the UK. It's fair. Webby, on the other hand, kind of a cringe American, not gonna lie to y'all.
On ours just cause we think that we own them. Never think that you're broken or think that you're no one. Remember, a rope is strong because of strings interwoven. Would they love you more if you mock the people that you're from? Self-orientalize and believe that you belong. Overcompensate and propagate the image of the imbecile, not uninvolved. Even though you're further from the killing field, take solace in the fact there's always cracks in the monolith. Now we're practically lobbing bricks like Asterix and Obelisk, distracted with gossipists, twisted news.
God, it's still cold in my room and I don't have the fan on.
Perfect.
Rosa Luxemburg gave us the simple truth. You won't feel your chains till the day you begin to move. He photographed the corpse and they flung him in the cage. Those that signed off on the cladding are still receiving their wage. Helicopters hover close, pictures for the front page. Tried to speak, all I really felt deep was numb rage. How could they see this pain at such a young age? Leaning out the window screaming for help, but none came. If it bleeds, it leads. The trauma tourists, they gravitate. Shock doctrine in effect, disaster capitalists salivate. Privatization, deregulation and austerity. 0-hour contracts, exploitation and precarity. Adults didn't make it, the children to be fostered. Save pennies on the block, drop 20 million on the opera. We see through your cold plans, your program is done. We don't want a prime minister that holds hands with Trump. We don't want DJs doing shows on military combat.
We don't want prime minister that holds hands with Trump. Well, depending on how this year's election goes, it'll either be in Lowkey's favor or not. And then imagine we get Fire in the Boot Part 3 because Trump did win the 2024 election. Now, I'm saying that because right now this is being streamed on Twitch, but it will be put on YouTube after 2024 election. And it'll probably be 2025 by the time you guys see this. So this is how this right now is all being streamed and recorded, edited, uploaded all before the 2024 election. So, just to break the fourth wall to you guys right now, I guess.
Pounds, can't trivialize fire or hear any more bomb sounds. How can I smile when I know the remains are still not found? An echoing in my mind is exactly how the sobs sound. They say we're criminals for syllables and stanzas when they subsidize the killers, tools, the pillagers and bankers who were the engines of history. People like me and you who got massacred for the right to vote at Peterloo. It was Imagineers and the artists that told by the martyrs, William Cuffy and the chartists, rebel and resist, even through something small. Create windows with words and mirrors where once were walls. Manure contributes to the beauty of a rose. Why can't we accept our pain as something that helps us grow? They wonder why it's songs that make you.
Oh, hold up! I like what he said there. He said, "Oh my God, bro." There was a lot of just. I think these one-liners that Lowkey is just slipping in, like outside of, I guess, this whole political, like, or not, it's not even political, but just this whole, like, themed, verse, I will say. I love these one-liners. He said something similar earlier, pretty much saying, just paraphrasing, don't let anyone ever tell you you're not beautiful. You know, you're beautiful no matter what, pretty much. And then he said this one right here. He said, I want to hear it again.
Cuffy and the chartist rebel and resist, even through something small. Create windows with words and mirrors where once were walls. Manure contributes to the beauty of a rose. Why can't we accept our pain as something that helps us grow? They wonder.
Manure contributes to the beauty that makes. Manure helps make a rose grow. Why can't we accept the pain? That. How did he put that? I want to say it exactly how he did.
Accept our pain as something that helps us grow. They wonder small. Create windows with words and mirrors where once were walls. Manure contributes to the beauty of a rose. Why can't we?
Manure, which is shit, contributes to. I'm going to get this right. I'm going to get this right.
Cuffy and the chartist rebel and resist, even through something small. Create windows with words and mirrors where once were walls. Manure contributes to the beauty of a rose. Why can't we?
Manure contributes to the beauty of a rose.
We accept our pain as something that helps us grow. They want.
Why can't we accept our pain as something that helps us grow? Just that, those two lines right there are so real, and I respect and appreciate Lowkey for saying them. Something you really got to think about. You know, the rose can't grow without some kind of source that allows it to grow. So basically, he's saying pain's the same way. You have to experience pain and be broken down to build yourself back up again and become a better version of who you were. You know what I mean? And that's something I definitely can relate to, especially in these past few years, I would say. Not even couple, not even just the time I've been off YouTube. Just past, I want to say 6 to 8 years for me.
Wonder why songs that make you cry are more moving, cause crying's the only thing that we were born doing. They tell us tea is tradition to the English. When I look
Also
around
true.
this island, not a tea plantation in it. Earl Grey gave 20 million to the slave traders. Multipolar world, now the Indians are space raiders. Freedom to be even or merely alienate labor. Freedom for fossil fuelers to desecrate and invade nature. Albert was an immigrant, Prince Philip is an immigrant. Where the Celts, Normans and the Anglo-Saxons English then. The word sugar, cotton and rice come from Arabic. Now we import democracy to civilize the Saracens. Analyzing planets when this backwater was wilderness. Seems we're still obsessed with immortality like Gilgamesh. Pessimism of intellect, optimism of will. Where the skin of their victims is syndrome Buffalo Bill. In times of permanent war, there's always someone to kill. But when life and death are virtual, almost nothing is real. They got my snapshots in a padlock box, but settle with the heavy metal. This is rap, not rock. It's fire in the booth, but man's not hot. I just got genius bars like a laptop shop. They wanna know if I got a flow or I'm gonna.
That probably was the weakest bar. You know, which if that's the weakest bar, I'm not complaining. It just, that one stood out like a sore thumb. I can't even lie.
Genius bars like a laptop shop. They wanna know if I got
Like a laptop shop. Hey, UK slang.
Let's rock and roll. I never sold my soul for a pot of gold. Now feel this scholar's solid knowledge in your collarbone. Subject to propaganda that terrifies the slumbered, but the albums still sell. You can verify the numbers. Collectivize or die. Protect your mind or suffer. Life is paradise to some and a paradise to others. While these twittery teens.
Life is a paradise to some and a paradise to others. Oh my god. Paradise, just almost like a dream, but then pair of dice. Oh my god. I like that one.
Protect your mind or suffer. Life is paradise to some and a paradise to others. While these twittery teens are sinking in screens and thinking in memes. They blink in this machine is pimping their dreams. I think it's obscene, as sick as it seems. They don't know what lyrical invincibility means. Barge through for part 2, I can't lose. Labels astroturfing, trying to make it look grassroots. Gone are the days we sold our CDs from the car boot. Sharpshooters shooting harpoons through your chart tunes. Saw pain in the eyes of a retired fireman, knowing he couldn't save a child. Survived the frying pan. When we riot, we disquiet the Leviathan. Forget Iron Man, I got an Iron Lion's diaphragm. My salutation to those with imagination. Most anticipated, and that's no exaggeration. The flag doesn't exist. Let me back up that statement. What happens to the nation if the Queen has a tax haven? What's commonsensical is sensible to question. What's
When did this come out? I feel like that had to have been. Oh yeah, this was way before the Queen's death. There's something I'm gonna have to definitely check on Twitch's end once I'm done with this reaction, and I'll probably take a quick bathroom break after this too.
What seems to be a lesson is intellectual repression. Say the ting goes as expression of aggression. Remember, there's two victims on either side of the weapon. We won't let them sleep. If they don't let us dream, then we won't let them sleep. If they don't let us.
This sounds like a whole song, to be honest.
Listen, check it. Power to those that read bell hooks, power to those that sell books, power to those that know how the inside of a cell looks. All those feeling helpless, forgotten or discarded, power to the street.
Power to those who sell books, power to those who've been inside a cell. Like, he's basically giving his props to all these people who, have been through some type of struggle, pretty much. Even an author, there's a reason why people write these fictional, non-fictional stories, autobiographies, whatever the case may be, because they went through something that kind of defined them. And they want to spread that message to the world.
Strange food they thought was rotten in
for better or for worse.
Power to those sitting alone, seeking knowledge in the power to those feeling stained or your tomorrow isn't tarnished. Power to those that sweep the streets with more knowledge than PhDs. Power to those that keep their keys, return as promised.
Oh, this might be something we have to check out. Denzel Curry featuring Play That Boy Zay, Fire in the Boot. That might be something we have to check out one day. Let me know if you guys want to see that.
Please believe. Power to those that suffer in silence, those it hurts to hear. Power to those that hold the ground, power to those that persevere. Power to those that love humanity more than they love style. Power to immigrants, probably raising Donald Trump's child. Power to the who can't imagine what sight is.
That was fun. Power to immigrants who are raising Donald Trump's child. That was I was not expecting that. That was pretty good.
Immigrants probably raising Donald Trump.
That's not something I should have laughed at, but that was pretty good.
Staring at the moon and all those working night shifts. Power to the readers, the writers, the illiterate. Power to those that struggle to decolonize their syllabus. Power to the shy ones who always struggle to make friends on the half of humanity worth less than 8 men. Power to those that risk their life to dig the colton from the ground. For the mic I'm spitting on and the phone you're holding now. Power to those that built the stadium they're playing in.
He's given a lot of props to a lot of people who definitely go under the radar. Like all the writers and all of those, like he said, the kids who maybe are struggling or who feel alone out there. And he even said power to the coal miners who pretty much he's giving props to every type of source that he probably feels impacted him in a or gave him just the ability to be where he's at. Like even the coal miners, he's like, power to the coal miners who dug up the coal and if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here rapping today. Like it's giving a lot of props to a lot of people who definitely exist out there or existed out there at one point, and just a lot of the little people. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Power to those that struggle to decolonize their syllabus. Power to the shy ones who always struggle to make friends on the half of humanity worth less than 8 men. Power to those that risk their life to dig the colton from the ground. For the mic I'm spitting on and the phone you're holding now. Power to those that built the stadium they're playing in. Power to those that mowed the grass and stitched the ball that they're playing with. Every rapper that doesn't rap about killing. Power to the builders who build buildings that outlived them. Power to the slaves of ancient Greece, never had the right to vote. Democracy dead like Gary Webb when they imported like his cold. Power to those that write to prison. Power to those writing home. Power to those writing poems. Power to those that died alone. Power to Curtis Mayfield. Power to Ronald Isley. Power to the fishermen that were forced into piracy. Power for every person that is working in a library. Power to every nurse that we turn to in our times of need. Power to the youth.
This is like some very heavy Immortal Technique vibes right now. Like, given, like, this particular segment feels very Immortal Technique. Which is a big compliment. Don't take it in the wrong way. And if I'm not mistaken, I actually did a reaction that had both Immortal Technique and Lowkey. So, but like I said, more Lowkey reactions are on the way, so stay tuned for that.
into piracy, power for every person that is working in a library, power to every nurse that we turn to in our times of need, power to the unions and the miners that
I just realized how much more serious this this part of the freestyle is compared to the earlier segment. Like I said, earlier he was just lyrically flexing. Dude really was. Now he's here to deliver a serious message, you know? And it would surprise me if this whole part of the beat is like its own song, you know? And as cool as the first part was, this is the part that I really, as a listener, will much more enjoy and respect compared to like I said, the first part. The first part was dope, but this part is, I love the message of this part of the freestyle.
to punish, power to those that drive the buses and those that collect the rubbish, power to the youth desiring the truth, power for every rapper that is dying for a fire in the booth, for those that lost limbs to King Leopold's quota and those risking their lives for the P&O to Dover, power to union leaders murdered by power to victims of this globalized Cosa Nostra, power to those dying on the shores of the...
That's how you know it's a true freestyle too. Like, I know he's been looking at his phone in some parts of the freestyle, but like, he literally ran out of breath right there. Like, bro was going, at least this whole power part, bro was going off the top of the dome. And I have much respect for that.
Those risking their lives for the P&O to Dover, power to union leaders murdered by... Power to victims of this globalized Cosa Nostra, power to those dying on the shores and the borders, power to human beings that were rendered fauna and flora, power to those that after the stage show and carnival goers still haunted by Kelso Cole Crane's ghost, power to Kevin Carter, his picture taunts us ever after, so many questions never answered. Remember the last words of عبد المحسن السعدون الأمة تنتظر الخدمة الإنجليز لا يوافقون, power to El Jawahari and his rebellion.
I have no idea what he said right there. If somebody wants to translate in the comment section, much appreciated.
Kevin Carter, his picture taunts us ever after, so many questions never answered. Remember the last words of عبد المحسن السعدون الأمة تنتظر الخدمة الإنجليز لا يوافقون, power to El Jawahari and his rebellions. They killed his brother Ja'far and he cursed the rotten Thamesians. Enlightened despots pursuing tactics Machiavellian. Chinese still preceded Europe a millennium. Think about it, printed press half a millennium.
I know he said Machiavelli right there, but I think he's talking about the actual Machiavelli from like historical times, not Tupac. Just want to clarify that. I think old me would have definitely said, "Oh yeah, he's talking about Tupac right there." But I think he's talking about Machiavelli, who Tupac's version of Machiavelli was inspired by.
Power to El Jawahari and his rebellions. They killed his brother Ja'far and he cursed the rotten Thamesians. Enlightened despots pursuing tactics Machiavellian. Chinese still preceded Europe a millennium. Think about it, printed press half a millennium. Never get close, power to Ken Loach and every volunteer in Lesbos. Cuban doctors sent to Sri Lanka for the tsunami. Power to those that cleaned up after the Bullingdon parties. Kids knowing Apple products before they know what an apple is. Forgotten like passengers on the USS Indianapolis. Dying day.
What the heck was that? Did he really just say that? It was so serious, and then just one line that catches your attention.
Every volunteer in Lesbos, Cuban doctors sent to Sri Lanka for the tsunami. Power to those that cleaned up after the Bullingdon parties. Kids knowing Apple products before they know what an apple is. Forgotten like passengers on the USS Indianapolis. Dying days before they could see what little boys damaged it on the precipice of fascism. My passiveness is cancerous. Power to those strong enough to dream. Power to those that chose not to be a cog in the machine. Power to those that love first and hate never. Power to those that sleep on the streets through grey weather. Power to Aziz Ali and Bone Thugs and Harmony. Power to Norman Baker, David Kelly's owner artery. Power to the genocided population of Tasmania. The internet descends to Trump-tastic fantasia. Let them try quote this. You'll never find a better diagnosis than collective psychosis. It's getting quite hopeless, but hope is all we have. Trying to cultivate the positive, not focus on the bad, but the globe's under attack. The obnoxious rage of a fake intellectual. Amazing grace in the age of the spectacle. Not the first time they found a race.
It's already hard. Let me say this. It's already tough enough to make like kind of this political speech and political statements and have all these thoughts and everything as is, like from a political perspective. But to be able to rap it and still not sacrifice like your schemes, your flow, like the message you're trying to deliver. Bro, Lowkey is killing this message in this like not even second half. This is more this whole part is more of this fire in the booth than even that first part was. Like I give all the props in the world to Lowkey, and he's someone who even before I took my break, I gained a lot of respect for because of his message. And even now, like hearing this, like I respect the hell out of his message and what he does, not only as a rapper, musician, but well, not even as a poet either, but just as a someone who is very um stands, I guess, very strongly about his beliefs.
Is selectable to raise to the pedestal and desecrate the place that translated the decimal. I don't want to tempt fate.
There's part one up there.
AM day power to language learners, Bernie Sanders fans to flag burners. One man's inertia is another man's purpose. In a utopia of song, we are victorious, but the bittersweet reality's not this glorious. Power to Coltrane, watching Malcolm X. Power to Paul Robeson under house arrest. Power to Galileo under house arrest. Power to Ibn Haytham under house arrest. Forgive me if I sound obsessed. Forgive me if I sound depressed. Believe me, that's not how it's meant. They probably thought I couldn't come back and kill the alphabet. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Say el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. الشعب يريد إسقاط النظام. Say el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás.
God, I wish I was bilingual.
الشعب يريد إسقاط النظام. Thank you very much.
Wow! Man like Lowkey in the building! Woo! I thought I'd just been to university for 5 years!
I just realized that message was so serious that this dude was the DJ wasn't even, or the host wasn't even hitting the ad-lib button at all, which shout out to him because that definitely would have, I think, ruined the flow of Lowkey's whole message during pretty much this last 10 minutes of this video.
I learned more than I learned in the last 10!
Now he's getting them all out all at once.
That was savagery, bro.
Shout out to Lowkey, shout out to Fire in the Booth.
Quick education on how you body a fire in the booth.
Shout out to Charlie Sloth. Wait, is that who? Yeah, that's who this guy is. Okay. Shout out to Charlie Sloth. Shout out to Lowkey for that one. That was heat all the way around, man. What else is there to say about that? What else do y'all want me to say about that? Like I said, stay tuned because we got more Lowkey reactions coming up. Not during this stream, but we'll definitely have more Lowkey reactions in the near future.
I'm trying to be perfect, that shit is exhausting. An infinite force that nitpicking niggas get lost in. I'm scribbling thoughts, my pencil is sharpening. Trusting my pen, been trying to limit the crossing.